Hey there, YouTube. Let's talk about being result oriented versus process oriented. I put up a video today. You got to turn down the volume. Got to turn down the volume on the video. Yeah, I put up a video today, and well, I mean, it was not a very interesting video to be honest. You just got to feed the Instagram from time to time. It just showed me doing a reactive shooting drill with the rifle. I mean, a little bit different for me. I was using an NRA D1 target, the Tombstone, and it has a 4-inch black aiming reference in the center. And I was just doing like practical accuracy on that, where at the tone, mount the rifle, you see the sight where you want it, the way you want it, react, pull the trigger, sight comes back, react, pull the trigger, sight comes back, react, pull the trigger, doing that sort of drill. Now, the footage that I put up was like my range buddy or one of them. I was just up there doing my thing and I hand him the phone. Hey, just take a video of this training because he wanted to see what the gun looked like in recoil. I was kind of testing some stuff out, so sure, I want to see what the gun looks like. So it wasn't a video for Instagram. It was just a video of actual, I mean, it was just doing training and happened to have a video running. Okay, not that interesting so far. But here's the comments. So you're not interested in your times while shooting reactive here. What are you looking for? Guessing, going to look at your groupings and seeing if there are any consistent patterns. Um, One other guy says, am I missing something or why are you using a shot timer and not looking at the times you're getting? Okay, good, 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 good. So it was just, again, since this was a footage of actual training, I was doing the stuff that I would normally do, which in that circumstance, I was using a timer. You'd hear a start beep, but I didn't show any interest in the timer. I would finish the rep, not look at the timer, and then just do another rep. Now, I think at the heart of this is being process oriented versus being results oriented. And a little bit of it is experience. So let me explain what I mean. If we're result oriented when you're training, your focus, you're oriented on the result of the training in terms of the score, right? So we can measure speed and we can measure accuracy. If you're results oriented, you tend to be really, really focused on that measurement. Um, that's the type of thing where say, hey, I got to do this build drill under 2 seconds, or hey, I'm trying to do this thing in this time, whatever it is. Or maybe you have no frame of reference and you're just shooting a drill and just measuring your score to see where you stack up. All of that stuff, think, hey, we're focused on the result. For me, like typically when I train, I'm process oriented. I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. And a lot of times, like that's, you're not going to see a big change in the outcome, not right away, or maybe the outcome gets worse initially. But I'll focus on the process that I'm doing. So in today's example where I was doing reactive shooting, I'm trying to focus on my aiming reference on the target at the start signal, mount the rifle, and then I see the sight where I want, react, pull the trigger, and I'm just assessing how well that technique's holding up. Like, can I do that for 6 rounds without changing what I'm doing? Does my vision get on the red dot? Do I get visually lazy and just just look at the whole brown target? And there's a black reference in the middle, but I'm just looking at the whole brown thing. Do I feel myself torqued down on the rifle, trying to return it? Whatever. Like, I am focused on the process when I'm doing this because I'll have an idea in my head of the technique that I want to ingrain, and I'll just focus on that process until I feel like the technique's ingrained. Then I get kind of interested in the measurement of the drills, in terms of the time or the accuracy. Now, this is like a 30,000-foot view, but again, it's just a difference in mentality. Every time I run a drill, I'm not staring at the timer like going through all the splits to parse all that out. But I'm the same way with the outcome on the target in terms of the hits. Like I might shoot 6, 8, 10 repetitions of a drill. If it's a complex drill, maybe less, maybe 3, 4, 5 reps. But I'll shoot multiple reps of a drill before I even walk down and look at the targets real close, patch them, score them, anything like that. All right. Uh, so why is this? Why is this? A lot of this, like I said, I'm process oriented and I want to look at the big 30,000 foot view of my shooting rather than like focusing on hundredths of a second or different split times on a different drill or slightly different split times on different iterations. Like I just don't think that stuff matters that much. My the experience I have in competitive shooting tells me that I should not key in on that stuff too much during my practice. Now, the other thing I said is a lot of this comes from experience, and what I mean is this: if I'm shooting any drill or exercise, if I'm just if I'm doing the same thing on my end, like let's say I'm shooting El Presidente, all right, shooting El Presidente, and I'm shooting like, all right, I'm going to shoot color confirmation on all the targets, you know, and just shoot it the way I'd shoot it in a match. Like red smash, red smash, red smash, stick a reload, red, 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 shoot it that way. Depending on the equipment that I have and all that, like the times are just gonna fall into a like a they're gonna fall into a bracket and they're just gonna kind of live there, right? Like if I'm shooting El Prezes with the staccato, I got the magwell on there and all that. Um, if everything is okay with the rep, it'll be like 3 1/4 or 3 3/4, 3.75. Like that'd be okay. Like if I biff a reload real bad, that pushes the time up over 4. If I try to go fast, like I'm probably just going to tense up, but that's the way the time's going to reduce. Blah blah blah. Like enough time looking at the timer. What I know and what I believe is that if I'm shooting the same drill the same way, there's going to be little variations in the time, but it's not stuff that I really want to pay attention to or want to care about. It's gonna it like that's almost that's noise, and I want to focus on signal. Like signal being the cues that I'm feeding myself mentally while I'm training. It's the habits I'm building. Like guys that are hyper focused on the points or the time, either one or both or whatever. If you get hyper focused on all the details, I think a lot of times guys get sucked into just reading the noise rather than paying attention to the signal in their training. Anyway, I know that's a lot of abstract concepts today, guys, but I thought it was really interesting because I didn't notice that about the video I put up today that, hey, I'm not paying attention to the timer. Because to me, in that kind of environment, that is so normal. It is so normal for me just that I'm training focused on the process.